This is another great season of the Wingfeather Saga. Where do we pick up with the Igiby family and Janner?
Man, Janner and his family have sort of been split up, and Janner was alone with his brother, and then Janner and his brother got separated. So now everyone's kind of in different places. And so season three is going to be the story of how they find each other again, and then move forward from there.
Did reading North or Be Eaten help you sort of get into the mindset for this season to come?
Yeah, definitely. We listened to it all in one sitting, driving to New York in audiobook, uh, and so I was really excited listening to the book because I knew that I was going to get to do and say all the things that Janner is doing and saying. So yeah, just thinking about what it was going to be like to sit in a booth and record.
Who are some new faces that we'll meet along the way that are going to help find the boys?
Interesting. Well, Janner is gonna find a friend named Marilee, a strander, and she's kind of like a little bit of a warrior, and so she's gonna help Janner kind of toughen up a little bit and get back to his family.
I was going to say Marilee headed to Marilee is headed with Janner to the ice prairies, which means there's some harsh terrain that they're going to have to traverse.
Hmm.
What kind of movements or physical activity did you need to do during these moments of recording to sort of project that winded or physical struggle you're going to be facing?
Yeah, that's where voiceover gets tricky because you really have to. It's you really have to get that emotion across and get that physical stuff across with just your voice, um, so that it sounds and looks good. And we have an amazing vocal director named Ned Lott, who helps get that noise and emotion through. And especially because we are north, we're in ice, we're in snow, and we're cold. Um, he will have me, take off my sweatshirt and wrap my arms around myself and start shaking and start talking slowly. And I look like a crazy person doing it in a studio, but then listening to it in an episode sounds great. I'm really grateful that he's there to do that.
Right. I'm
Hmm.
sure then he's given you some great tips on how to, save your voice after you've been recording and also ways to sort of help you enhance it when you are going to record.
Yeah, he I'm lucky that Janner is mostly just my voice. So doing normal lines, usually I'm not straining too much. The only time where it does get strainy is when we are doing lots of screaming and crying, which happens a lot in the Wingfeather Saga. And they're nice enough to not blow my vocal cords out until the end of the session. Uh, so they will wait until I've done all my regular lines to then do all the screaming at the end. And then some nice warm tea always helps.
The Snick buzzards and Bomnibble are some of my favorite creatures to come this season. What are yours?
Man, the snake buzzard is a good one. It's pretty gross. It's got a big old belly button. Um, but I really like um oh gosh, I forget what they're called, but they're the little birds that if you get too close, they'll fart on you.
Ah,
Those are those are fun. I like those.
I love that we're introduced to Arthur Wingfeather in season 3. How does he play a role in helping the family reunite?
Artham was just kind of the weird uncle for a while. And like, yes, he did his best to help, and he got us through some sticky situations. Um, but he was just kind of there and living with his shame. And in this season, we're gonna kind of learn about his shame, and also he's gonna get a bit of an upgrade in terms of his physical stature. And so he's gonna become a little bit of a powerhouse this season.
What are some of your favorite episodes to record this season, or maybe ones you're just really excited for fans to keep an eye out for?
Well, in the first episode, there's a a fun sequence where Janner and Marilee are exploring, and they are trying to find food, and they are going around and seeing all these different animals, and kind of a different thing happens with each one. And Janner is not great at the physical stuff quite yet, and so he's not really sure what to do with his body yet. Um, and so he does get farted on, and he the quill diggles definitely shoot their quills into him, and it's a really fun couple of minutes. It was that was exciting for me to record. There was a lot of fun emotion and physicality in that one.
It's a wonderful series to be a part of. What does it mean to you to be a part of the Wingfeather Saga and have so many people reach out to you to tell you how special it is to see this series on screen?
It's pretty amazing. I didn't really know how excited people were for it until I went to Nashville, Tennessee for the season 3 premiere. And they had this whole Feather Fest festival, and people were playing Zibsy out in the fields, and
Wow.
there were face painting stations. It was incredible, and just I was with Romy, who plays Lily on the Wingfeather Saga, and we stepped out of the car that brought us there, and immediately just people lining up to take pictures and get autographs, and I had never really seen or experienced something like that. And it was really heartwarming to see how many people just were so excited to see us. It was great.